Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Girl Be Free podcast. I'm your host, Siobhan, where I'm going to inspire and motivate you to show up for yourself. This week, I am loving IG Live. Yes, I am loving social media. How about that? The reason why I stated IG Live specifically is because for the last, I would say 3 weeks, I've been going live on IG, but the last 2 weeks, I've been consistently showing up on specific days. And that is Monday and Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the reason that I'm loving it is because I'm getting an opportunity to connect with people in real time. I love talking, I love sharing, I love helping, I love pouring into women and teaching them what it means to really show up for themselves so that they can live their best life. And so now that I'm popping up on IG, we can have conversation and you guys can say something and I can give you instant feedback. And it's not just me talking on a mic, but we can really have conversation. And that is what gives me so much joy. And so I made this commitment and I shared this on IG as well as in the BeFree Inner Circle, that every Monday and Wednesday I am going live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to connect with me outside of the podcast, that is where you can find me. So you can follow me at BeFree Project. That is where I will be going live. And if there's a topic that you want to discuss or you want to elaborate, maybe on an episode of the podcast or something like that, feel free to shoot me a DM and we can take it a step further and have conversation. That's also a great place where if you have a question, I can answer you live and then we can kind of go from there. So that is what I'm loving this week, IG Live. Come hang out with me. I am being very intentional about growing that community, and it's my way of giving back and pouring more into my audience to help you guys show up in a bigger and better way. This week's listener review actually comes from a young lady on Instagram, and she sent me a DM. Her name is Melissa Nicole, and she says, "Love your podcast, by the way. Thanks for always being inspiring." That, of course, made my day. I really appreciate anytime you guys give me feedback on the podcast and on my work in general. Like that, you don't know what that does to someone whenever you give feedback or words of encouragement. I know for me, it just makes me feel really good. So I really appreciate that. Just taking a moment out of your day just to share kind words. So thank you, Melissa, for sharing that. And don't forget, you can do the same, whether you send me a tweet. I'm not on Twitter that much, so I wouldn't say that. But if you message me on Facebook or you send me a DM or something on Instagram, letting me know how you enjoy the podcast, I would love to shout you out on a future episode. And then also, don't forget, you can leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcast and just take a minute, if that, out of your day to leave a review with 5 stars, and I would love to shout you out on a future episode. All right, on to today's topic, which is I can inspire you even with my flaws. And the reason that I wanted to have this discussion today or record this episode, it was triggered from a post that I made back in the a few months ago, actually, in the BeFree Inner Circle. And if you don't know about the BeFree Inner Circle, it is my online global community where I have the opportunity to inspire women all over the world to show up for themselves. And so I provide them with resources. They have community support, accountability, a book club, and so much more. So if you want to learn more about the BeFree Inner Circle and find your tribe, come hang out with us at BeFreeInnerCircle.com. And so one of the posts that I made in the group it was this quote, and it says, "Repeat after me. I am allowed to be both a work in progress and help others grow at the same time. I refuse to wait until I believe I'm perfect or someone else has deemed me worthy of impacting others. I am unapologetically accepting a life of massive growth and improvement." And I just absolutely love that because we all have flaws, we all have imperfections, but that doesn't mean we can't inspire others and push them to their greatness. Y'all, I have many flaws. I am nowhere close to being perfect at all. But guess what? I can still inspire you week after week on this podcast. I can still show up for you in the BeFree Inner Circle. I can still speak to you live at an event. I can still coach you as one of my clients, and I can still be a work in progress, and that is absolutely okay. I don't have to be perfect to help somebody else because I'm not. People can inspire you, they can motivate you, they can encourage you, they can teach you, they can coach you, and still be healing from some stuff. And that is fine. Don't put people in a box and feel like, oh, because she made a mistake or because she failed in this area of her life, that she can't help me. We're all flawed. None of us are perfect. And so when you accept that, then it's like, okay, yes, this person has flaws just like I do, but yes, they can help me in this area. People can make mistakes and they can fail, but that doesn't take away from their gifts and their talents. My natural born gifts that God has given me, I have the ability to motivate, hold other people accountable. I can encourage people. I value optimism. I have a very positive outlook on life, and I have this bubbly personality. And guess what? I still have flaws, and yes, I can still show up in a very big way because I'm growing to become the woman that I desire to be. In fact, I am healing right now. I am releasing thoughts, negative thoughts that no longer serve me. I am working through some things, but I'm still out here running a successful business, inspiring other people, being an amazing wife and mother, building a community, speaking to people, coaching them, right? I can do all of that and still be working on me because I'm authentic and I'm true to who I am. And I say it all the time, I am not perfect at all by any stretch of the imagination. But one thing you can always count on from me is that I'm going to walk in my truth. I'm going to be I'm going to talk to you or share with you about my journey. You're going to learn about my challenges and my mistakes. You're going to hear about my flaws, but guess what? You're also going to hear about my wins and my successes and how I'm growing in my business and my personal life, right? You're going to hear how I'm running a successful company that's empowering women all over the world and who feel like they're unfulfilled in their life and they just want to be free, right? I'm going to coach clients one-on-one and teach them what it means to really get unstuck and get clear about what they want so that they can cultivate the life they desire. Am I perfect? No. Have I reached the ultimate level of freedom? Absolutely not. Guess what? I'm always growing, I'm always evolving, and I can help you as well because I'm human and my life isn't perfect at all. So here's a truth moment. Right now, in this very moment, I am still healing from mother wounds. And if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you know that I have been in therapy and all kinds of stuff. But that's okay, right? Some things keep coming up for me and I keep doing the inner work. And I think I talked about this on an episode or two ago about how I don't know if I talked about that here or not, but I am very self aware, right? And so my number one value is personal growth. And so I'm always looking for areas on how I can be better and I'm growing. And because I'm doing the work, I can take that same energy and that same knowledge and that information and share it with someone else so then their life can be better. What if I waited until my life was perfect, and I'm putting that in air quotes, to help somebody else? My life would never be perfect. And that means if I waited for perfection, I would not be showing up to help you right now. And I get messages all the time about how many people, just like Melissa said, how they are so inspired by my podcast. Well, what if I said, you know what? I'm not that inspiring. I got to wait till I do X, Y, and Z first. That means that I am not inspiring and encouraging other people who need to hear my voice. And that is not fair. And that would be me minimizing the gifts that God has given me. So I can show up flawed and all and still put out amazing work in the world and help other women show up for themselves. And that is okay. I can still be healing from mother wounds and father wounds and maybe other things that have happened to me, and I can still make an impact a positive impact in this world. So I want to stress this, okay? If you feel like, oh, I can't get started because I still do this, or my life is not perfect, or whatever your negative thought is, let it go. Because at the end of the day, it's preventing you from moving forward in your life. Not one person in this world is perfect. Not even Beyonce, and don't I love Beyonce, but not one person, right? And so release that energy of feeling like your life has to be this perfect picture before you can show up and do anything. No, you can do something right now. And this is what I'm teaching women in the Master Your Mind Bootcamp, which is my 6-week group coaching program that you can sign up for now, is that you can be flawed and you can still impact others. But we first have to work through the negative thoughts that are going through your head day in and day out. And when I can help you process those thoughts and how to shift them to something positive, your life will change and you will show up in a big way. So if you are not familiar, definitely go to masteryourmindbootcamp.com. Class will be starting early next month, so definitely this is the perfect time to get started so that you have a seat reserved for that boot camp. And again, it's a 6-week group coaching program where I share my step-by-step process on what it means to master your mind so you can dump the negative head trash and really show up for yourself in a big way. So I wanted your action step is not necessarily an action step this week, but it's a quote that I posted on IG that I want to share with you. You don't need to be perfect to inspire others. Let people get inspired by how you deal with your imperfection. So I'm going to continue to share my imperfections with you, and I'm also going to continue to inspire you. And if you can vibe with that, then continue to listen to me week after week. And if you want to learn how I'm able to move in the way that I do and have this type of energy and master my thoughts so that I'm able to show up in a big way, go to masteryourmindbootcamp.com to learn more. But that's the action step, I guess, is the quote that I wanted to share. But also, so this week I'm going to share an affirmation with you as it relates to embracing your imperfections. And this is something that I want you to write down. And if you're someone who struggles with that specifically, I want you to write this down and I want you to recite it often and even put it in your phone to go off as an alarm so it can remind you of who you are. The affirmation is, I am genuine, I am real. I am genuine, I am real. And that is the affirmation that I want you to write down this week. And I want you just to kind of meditate on that, journal on that, and let me know how you feel. You can always shoot me an email at hello@befreeproject.com. Next, I want to highlight dope women doing dope things. This week, I'm highlighting 2 ladies that I highly respect, and they are in the process of opening up a co working space called The Well Space. And you can follow them on IG at the whale_space. And the founder is Crystal, and her partner, or co founder, I should say, is Chastity. And they are, again, opening up a connection and community space for Black women at work. And you can sign up for memberships that are opening up in summer of 2019. But follow them on IG just to stay up to date with all the amazing things that they're doing. I love, love, love the work. And they actually use the hashtag dope women doing dope things as their tribe and their community, which y'all know I already love. And so definitely check out that. And they are located in New York. And so they're both going to be speaking on a panel on March 27th, 2019 in New York, New York. And it's called Ladies Who Lead. So if you are in the New York area, definitely check out that event. Again, if you go to the whale_space, you'll be able to learn more about that event. I'm also going to post it on the Girl Be Free IG page that you can follow so that way you can learn more if you're in the area. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. Thank you for your ongoing support. If you want to learn more about me and all the work that I do, you can always go to my website at BeFreeProject.com. And until next time, girl, be free.